Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Outerhaven. My name is Jordan Lando, and I'm here today because I recently got the opportunity to get some hands-on time with the upcoming Sniper Elite Resistance from Rebellion. And I have to say, I really enjoyed what I got to play. So first of all, I guess I should set out what Sniper Elite Resistance is, right? And in this game, you play as Harry Hawker, who has made previous appearances in Sniper Elite 3, 4 and 5, but he's never been the main playable character. That changes this time around. You are now playing as him, and interestingly enough, the story runs parallel to the events of Sniper Elite 5. However, Sniper Elite Resistance is still a standalone experience. For those familiar with the franchise, you'll be right at home in Sniper Elite Resistance, because it plays just as you might expect. And this is even more true if you have played Sniper Elite 5, the most recent release in the franchise. Because, in truth, pretty much all of the systems seem to be identical from what I was able to play. Obviously, you've got things like the 3 different skill trees that give you various active and passive abilities to aid you in your quests. And of course, the famous X-ray kill cam for those special moments when you snipe someone across the map. And even more. All of it seems to be here, just improved and you know, in these well-designed levels. Speaking of quests and levels, they take place in these sandbox style areas that are big but never too big. However, the one that I played felt bigger than it was because it had a level of verticality and multiple pathways that I wasn't really used to from a Sniper Elite game. And in many ways, it felt more like a Hitman game in that sense. And it gave you a lot of freedom to approach things in the way that you might like to do it, rather than being a sniper and figuring out the best way for a sniper to deal with this situation. So, in much of my preview, I actually ended up spending time kind of chasing these side objectives, because unlike previous games, in Sniper Elite Resistance, you will have multiple side objectives that you can tackle, and one of them that will show up in many of the missions is something to do with helping the French resistance during World War II, which obviously this game is set. So I spent a lot of my time kind of chasing these side objectives after I stumbled onto an abandoned resistance safe house. And yeah, it was interesting because something I learned, although I wasn't able to access it myself, is that in each campaign level you are able to find a propaganda poster which will unlock a special propaganda mission where you actually become a resistance fighter, and each level has one of these posters. So there is a lot more content to this game than the previous games, just away from the main quest. But as I couldn't find the poster, I then decided to kind of turn my attention to focusing on the main target of the mission, which was finding a man that I was supposed to kill. You know, as snipers do. And just like in previous Sniper Elite games, you're free to tackle objectives how you like. And I made several attempts at different approaches that you can see in the gameplay. From full stealth to a more run and gun approach, but I have to say, as someone that has played a few of the Sniper Elite games, your enemies this time around seem a lot more lethal, so if you do go for the run and gun approach, just be careful because you will be killed much more quickly. So that being said, I think that when I come to play, I'll certainly be focusing on stealth, although there's still that weird, airy audio cue when you sort of, kill someone in stealth. Sometimes it sounds like you're stabbing a bag of air rather than a human being, but that's kind of become a series staple at this point, which I find quite funny. I think the best bit about this entire franchise, and it continues with this game, is that the whole campaign will be playable in co-op with a friend, which is something that I will probably do if I'm being honest. But I have to say, all in all, if you like Sniper Elite, Resistance continues that same approach. It gives you more content and more ways of doing things, but it's not revolutionary. However, I was left excited to play more, and I wish I had had more time with the game, so I am excited to carry on playing when Sniper Elite Resistance releases for Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC via Steam and Epic, also being available day one on Game Pass on January 30th, 2025. There will of course be a deluxe edition which comes with a season pass that will have additional content available later post-release, so I can't wait to see what that is as well. But for now, this looks like another good sniper game, and I can't wait to play more of it. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Sniper Elite Resistance. If you have, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel, maybe checking out some of our other content available here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.